What's good, everybody? It's your brother Mad Black, the most dangerous and the most toxic black man on the internet. The brother who told you not to go ahead and vote Republican, but you did it anyway, and now your ass is dying from dehydration while you're working construction. And I'm black up in your face again with some more pro black commentary. I saw a very interesting news story from coming from Texas, and the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, has literally signed into law that people who work construction will no longer be allowed to take water breaks every 4 hours or sit in the shade while they're on the job. Okay? And when I saw this, I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, you know what? They always say that black people who vote Democrat are dumb. We always get that from all these either black Republicans or these white Republicans. They always look down upon black people who vote Democrat or say that black people are dumb, they vote against their best interests. And that's somewhat true. Okay, that is somewhat true. However, I know a lot of these fools just say it because they like to attack black people no matter what. So whatever choices black people make, we get attacked for it. But no one ever focuses on the buffoonery and how stupid it is for some of these white folks to vote Republican. Okay? It's ridiculous, and it does go against your interest. Like, I've only seen maybe once or twice where people have ever done like any type of hardcore examination of the detriment that is done by Republican politicians and how it affects people on the ground level. Like, I've seen it mostly done with like healthcare or just like the health of a certain area, or if you look at places that have their jobs shipped away and they don't have any type of no type of real economy there, where economies disappear, places like Flint, Michigan, or places like Kansas. That's when I see an examination of Republican policies and how it goes and how they destroy certain areas. But other than that, for the most part, no one criticizes them. And I've never heard anyone criticize white people for voting Republican. But when you have situations like this where the governor is creating a bill that says you're not allowed to take a water break during one of the highest record high heat waves in the country, and he's actually signing into law that people are not allowed to take water breaks or go sit in the shade, that's ridiculous. While you're working outside doing construction, okay? That's ridiculous. And I know what's coming already. I'm sure there's going to be some Republican sycophant that's going to try to, have this weird explanation for it, saying, well, the bill also had this and we were trying to get rid of abortion or something like that. Or they're going to try to say, well, it's not really them getting rid of water breaks. That's just how the Democrats made it seem. Nonsense. Okay, and I'm saying this, as someone who does not vote Democrat. I don't vote Democrat or Republican. Okay, they can both kiss my black backside. But I'm bringing this up because I noticed just how vindictive a lot of these politicians can be to their own constituents out here. Okay, when you have things that are harmful to the actual people on the ground and your policies only help people at the top or help you somehow, that makes you a sociopath. Okay, and I know a lot of politicians are sociopaths, at least the ones here in America are. Okay, because you would have to be someone who just doesn't care about humanity, or someone who has just a large ego or a narcissistic streak to even want to be in American politics nowadays. If you're not an asshole when you start, you're an asshole by the time you've been in politics for a while. Okay, because you don't think about the people on the ground. It's all about you fighting against your quote unquote political enemy in Congress. And when you would do something like this, where you're taking away nourishment and hydration from people who are working outside, that's ridiculous. And I know some people probably think it's okay because I guess the a lot of the construction industry there is picking up illegals and making them do a lot of the work. Okay, but that's still very inhumane. I'm not someone who supports illegal immigration. I really don't support immigration, period. But I'm still not inhumane or insensitive to the issues that some of these people face. Okay, and I know there's more than just illegals. I know there's a lot of black people. A lot of black men still work construction. A lot of black men have kind of said, to hell with going to college. I can just work construction or do some sort of contracting, and I can still make a great living. And I know that for a fact, because a lot of people in my family do that. And I don't want this type of mindset to spread where you're taking away water breaks. That just seems cruel and unusual. And it's dumb, And to be totally honest, if I was living in that state and I was working construction, the governor could kiss my ass. I'm taking whatever water break or whatever type of break I need. And I felt that way always about any job that I had. Okay, my interests come first, because the truth be told, whatever job you have, they don't give a damn about you. If they could pile you, everybody at the top of some building to work on it in 300-degree weather, they would do that. Okay, there's only certain policies here and there that stops them from doing that, but if they could do that, they would do it, and just and the people be damned. If they could take it back to where we were back in ancient Egypt and they were just throwing slaves at these buildings until the buildings got done, they would do that. Or take it back to slavery in this country where they just threw black people at the construction until the construction got done and just beat the black people and worked them to death. They would do that. Okay? And they would do it to their own people, not just black folks. They would do it to white folks too. That's what a lot of you mayonnaise mutants don't seem to understand. You always vote for these clowns because you think that they're just against black people. They're against you fools too. I know you meth heads don't get it, and I guess you use drugs or opioids to get through being screwed over so much, but they don't like you either. Okay? Doesn't matter whether they're Republican or Democrat. But anytime that they would do something like this, where they're talking about taking away water breaks or taking away any type of safety precautions, these people don't give a damn. Like, you saw what happened with that idiot that took that submarine down underwater without proper safety precautions. You saw how he flaunted and bragged about not wanting to deal with safety precautions or not wanting to get things certified. You see? And the only saving grace to that whole situation is his dumb ass died too. Right? But you'll have these politicians or these corporate heads who they'll want to get rid of safety regulations because they think it's taking away $1 or so out of their pocket. They won't get to keep as much money if there are safety precautions, right? Or, they won't get as much kickbacks if you have to keep up safety precautions and follow union guidelines or whatever. So these assholes will just do away with that and cost people their lives. And then what they'll weigh is, they'll say, okay, well, listen, we'll give you a settlement. We'll give your family a settlement if something happens to you. But what good is that? Your family member is gone now, right? Or your family member has been severely injured, or just something's mentally wrong with them now because they had heat exhaustion or dehydration. Dehydration is horrible. That's not a way for anyone to want to have to deal with, okay? And something bad happens to your relative, and then they just give you this little payout settlement. That still does not pay for all the pain that your relative has to go through, or the pain of them not being there anymore, right? So these people don't give a damn about you. Doesn't matter what type of political party they have behind their name. They think, to them, they feel that they are an elite class, and then there's you at the bottom. That's how a lot of them think. They don't have any concern for you whatsoever, other than getting your vote when it's time for you to vote. That's about it. And once they get that, they stop giving a damn about you. They'll just pretend that they care, and then they'll go back to their little state dinners where they pay hundreds of dollars for a plate, or get all these donors to donate money to them, right? All these lobbyists just throwing money at them. That's what they're worried about. They're not worried about you and your person or your family or your children. They couldn't give two damns about you. So of course they're going to take away your water breaks and take away you sitting in the shade when it's over 100 degrees outside and the air quality is terrible. So they're the ones that help mess up the environment. They fucked up the air quality across the country right now. Okay, where not just in the tri-state area, but it's even come down here. I see reports every day about how the air quality is terrible here in Tennessee, and you're still expected to work outside and get the job done. And they take no account for your health or any type of precautions for your safety. They don't give a damn about you. You folks let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. But stuff like this pisses me off, by the way. I just don't like seeing these scumbags take advantage of just normal, hard-working people, especially your construction workers, people who are building your society. You would think you'd want to treat them better and have a little bit more concern about their safety and their health. But a lot of these devils don't give a damn. That's why they're demons to begin with. You folks let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. Anyway, Mad Black, and I will be back with my foot on the devil's back.